Graça Morais Contemporary Art Center. Graça Morais Exhibition. Blue Eyes of the Sea. Participants in the recordings. Welcome to Graça Morais Contemporary Art Center. Contemporary art is the art of modern times. Voices are from Narraquite. The sound was made by José Luis de Castro and Marta Ochoa. The School of Education of Bragança helped us in the recordings. Graça Morais. Graça was born on 17 March 1948 in Vieiro. Vieiro is a village in Vila Flor. Graça likes the arts since she was a child. She has always enjoyed painting. She studied fine arts in Porto. Fine arts can be painting, sculpture, music and dance, theatre or literature. Sculpture is transforming materials into pieces of art, such as clay or stone. Literature is the art of books. She was a teacher in many cities in Portugal. After that, she began having exhibitions with her paintings. She got married 2 times and had a daughter named Jonah. In 2008, the Contemporary Art Center opened with her name.
Exhibition, Blue Eyes of the Sea. This exhibition is in the new part of the center. There's several spaces here. This exhibition is on the ground floor. Sometimes there are also things displayed at the entrance of the center. These rooms have light gray floors and white walls and ceilings. The light is natural because it comes through the windows. There's also light coming from the lamps on the ceiling. This exhibition is a tribute to Antonio Mega Ferreira. Tribute is when we show that we admire a person. Graça Morais prepared 2 exhibitions to show how she liked Mega Ferreira. One is called Blue Eyes of the Sea and is on the ground floor. The other is called Earth Lines and is on the first floor. At the entrance we have a very large picture. It's called Blue Eyes of the Sea. Painting 1. Blue Eyes of the Sea. He's a bald man, like me. He's smiling. On top of the head it seems to have flowers and clouds. But it turns out it's a crab with many legs. His eyes are glowing. The painting is entirely blue. Blue reminds us of the sky, water and joy.
Next to this piece there is a text written by Graça Morais. It is entitled A Conversation with Dante. Dante is the name of a very old writer. Let us read the text. In 1985, Antonio Mega Ferreira wrote a book called Earth Lines. Vasco Graça Moura invited Antonio Mega Ferreira to write this book. It was the first book about my painting. I still miss my meetings with Mega Ferreira in Signs in 2005. These meetings helped write the book The Blue Eyes of the Sea. I remember meeting this studied man. I imagine he talked to great people like writers, thinkers and artists. I imagine they all talked with a lot of laughter and curiosity about the world. I dedicate this exhibition to Antonio Mega Ferreira. I remember your words. We were friends for 40 years. Now let's go to the big room where there are 8 pieces and 4 frames with drawings. On the right side of the room there is a text on the wall. Antonio Mega Ferreira wrote this text. Let us read it. In January 2005, Signs Town Hall invited Graça Morais to hold the inauguration exhibition of the town's new art center. She did an artistic residency in Signs. An art residency is when an artist is paid to stay in a place and create pieces of art. Grace worked in the castle tower in a workshop just for her. She walked through Signs taking pictures and making drawings about men and the sea. Photographer Augusto Brazio walked with Graça and took photos of this residency. Graça created 20 pieces at this time. There are 4 large canvases and a painted boat sail. There are also 7 drawings of men's heads. Next to the text on the wall is a photograph. Here we see an older gentleman and lady. Is it Graça Morais? The man has papers in his hand. It is Antonio Mega Ferreira. They are chatting.
Painting 2, Eyes Full of Sea. 3. It's a gentleman with glasses. His mouth is half closed. It looks like he has red skin. Indians have red skin. But he may not be an Indian. It could just be the painting. He is very dark because of the sun. H looks sad because of work. Painting 3, Fish. This drawing looks like an oyster or a mussel. Maybe it's a dog's head. After all, it's a fish with an open mouth. It's one of those weird fish.
Painting 4 and 5, Manfish 1E2. These men have big eyes. Must be lenses. No, it's shells in the eyes. Their mouths are closed or sewn. Their heads are very yellow. They have a few blows and stitches to their heads. This is about fish. It's fish mixed with people. Painting 6, Jonah listening to the sea. Who is this woman? Is it Graça Morais? It is her daughter Jonah. She's got some kind of braid on her head. It's a curly horn. Joanna's arm and shoulder are strange. They're from a crab. Jonah has a conch in her ear. She's listening to the sound of the sea and there's seaweed between her legs.
Painting 7, The Feast. A feast is a huge party. This one has the paws of a chicken. Or a partridge. Those are gull legs. It's afraid. This one's throwing up fish. There's a chair, fish and a boat. In the back there is a dark mountain. Painting 8, Sail. This is a boat sail. Down here, it looks like a woman. She's lying down and has horns. They look like ram's horns. Maybe is Graça Morais. Graca's head comes out of the shell. These blues are mists. Or maybe it's because it's winter. Here is the fisherman who gave the sail to Graça. The man is looking sideways at the fish.
Painting 9, A Tragic Maritime Story. A tragic maritime story is a story which tells us about the misfortunes happening at sea. The stage is also very big. This drawing is big. Here I see a cat, here's a fish and a woman with a lot of blood. That's gross. It has a very long eel tail. This baby has a very big wound. He's out here like a pig on a killing spree. On this side looks like a saint and baby Jesus. Like we see on parties and processions. This must be the party speakers. This gentleman has shells in his ears. He looks sad. Next to him a man full of blood. It looks skinless with the muscles showing. This man holds another who is already dead. This lady is a nun for sure. This man next to her must be our Lord. This one looks like a killer. Above we see glued images. There are many boats up there. But it's a ghost. The drawing has a lot of blue, red, grey and black. Blue means it's all sea.
Farewell, we finished our visit. Did you enjoy visiting Graça Morais Center? You have to go back and see new things. Participants, these texts were created and validated by Lucia Pereira, Marco Afonso, Miguel Cifrocio Paulos. Other facilitators were Claudia Martins and Katia Broco. The texts were made with the support of 1. Academia dos Santos Mártires, in Bragança. 2. ASCAD, Socio-Cultural Association of the Disabled of Trás-os-Montes. 3. And FENICHAERCHI, National Federation of Sea. The project Culture for All Bragança, Norte 07-4230 00058, belongs to the Bragança City Council, with the support of European Social Fund, executed by the Polytechnic Institute of Bragança.